Thank you for staying with us. The Say No to Gun Violence seminar brings to light how gun violence is affecting our community and solutions to prevent it. Joining us now to tell us more about the event are Pastor Sunday Etsekhume and Pastor Francis Inofomoh. How are you both? Thank you. Welcome.
Okay, thank you so much for having us.
Now, this really stood out to me because this event, you believe that you're using prayer to combat gun violence.
Yes.
Now, let's start with you. Let's speak a little bit about that and how did this event come about?
Now, the event actually made in last year, about a year now, and he initiated it. Apparently, for a very long time, I know he has this passion for the community that we live in, and he came up with the idea and had a maiden seminar last year, which we thought was very successful. And the idea was because unless it comes home to you and you have somebody who is a victim of gun violence, you will not really know why it's necessary for us to address it. Mm-hmm. And as men of God, as children of God, are people who believe in divine intervention, it is our belief that the only way, or one of the main way we can address this issue of gun violence is through seeking divine help. Mm-hmm. And that is calling on God Almighty.
Mm-hmm. And then, so prayer, is it collectively, should we collectively pray to reduce gun violence?
Yes, that's what we are trying to advocate, that churches to pray against gun violence. And we are also seeking that prayer should go back to our schools. So with those issues, I believe if we allow prayer to go back to school, things will be minimal. Gun violence will be like minimal. So we're trying to use the seminar to address some issue like we proposed in this the issue of to address why are young people going to jail before attaining the age of 20 to 25, mm-hmm. Why are there increasing gun violence in our community, what are the divine ways to control gun violence, and we try to advocate prayer for our schools. Mm-hmm. So these are issues we want to address, and we are calling some community leaders, youth advocates, and some congressmen, assemblymen, senators to come to this seminar, and so that they can listen to what we are telling them, what the youth will propose for them to do, to take to their offices or Congress or the United States Congress to see what they can do with the issue.
Now, you mentioned Congress. Who are these community leaders and Congress people that are coming?
Yeah, before we mention a few names, I just want to stress the fact that in recent times we have seen and heard of massive gun violence, and the discussion has been gun control, mental health, and all those stuff. There has not been any mention of divine intervention. So we want to bring that into the discourse. How we think as believers, how we think that the intervention of God can help reduce some of these societal norms, some of these societal crimes, mm-hmm. especially gun violence.
Now, what if, now just to play devil's advocate here, yes. What if there are people who don't believe in God?
Agreed. We're just selling our idea. Mm-hmm. We're saying this is what we believe will work. Mm-hmm. Because you say mental health, there are a lot of mental health training programs that are going on now. It's not. You say reduce restrict gun background check, nothing is working. Why not give it a trial? You took the Bible, you took prayer out of schools. why not reintroduce it? Could it be a kind of experiment? Reintroduce it, let's see. That is what we're trying to advocate from this little perspective. And let's see how it can become a national event.
To give one example from the Bible, during time of slavery, the Israelites were in Egypt for over 430 years, being slaves. But God sends somebody, Moses, to deliver them. Moses is not just go to Egypt and deliver them. They were supported by prayers. So we need to support this issue with prayers. So that's what, even this African-American issue, there was slavery. Prayer was involved. So that is why we want to use prayer to see what we can do with prayer.
I understand. And if you could just say who's going to be at the event before we wrap up.
We invited Congresswoman Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez.
Senator.
He met with the staffs yesterday. We are yet to confirm her personal presence at the seminar. We have the Assemblyman Michael Blake, who he represents District 79. He promised he was going to send a representative. Actually, he sent a representative last year.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
The Say No to Gun Violence seminar is taking place on Saturday, September 14th from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the East Chester Presbyterian Church, located on 3154 Fish Avenue. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.